the February 3rd, 2025 Town Council meeting. It is 7:01. First up in front of us are public comments. Nope, sorry. Thank you, John. That's twice, 2 weeks in a row. If you all please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. All right. After the pledge, next up is public comment. Public comment is an opportunity for town residents and other interested individuals to speak about items that are not on the agenda. This comment period is limited to 30 minutes in total time, with each individual having a maximum of 3 minutes to speak. You must sign up ahead of time in order to comment, and that sign up begins 30 minutes prior to the start of the meeting. The council will accommodate as many speakers as possible during this time with preference to town residents. But if public comment extends beyond the allotted 30 minutes, town council will continue the comment period at the end of the meeting prior to adjourning for those that signed up before the meeting. As any matters raised by individuals during public comment are not on the agenda and other potentially interested parties would not therefore be aware of the discussion of these matters, the town council will not engage in dialogue regarding any items raised during public comment. So in front of us, I have one Ms. Shelley Blair to talk to us today. Shelley, come on up.
Hi, thank you, everyone. Thank you for recognizing me. My name is Shelley Blair. I live in Parker, and I have 2 kiddos. I'm a mom to them, of course, and they go to Cherokee Trail Elementary, where I'm also the president of the school accountability committee there. And I am here today to talk to you about a notification that we received that a violent sexual predator moved within less than a half mile of the school. First, I would like to thank the Parker PD because the notification was timely and it was thorough. It was shared on social media. As you all know, there's a ton of mom groups, so that information was received, and I significantly appreciated that. The school was also notified, which I appreciate. But many of us were shocked in our neighborhood and in our community to learn that there are no restrictions on where violent sexual predators can live. So I did a little research, and I didn't just ask ChatGPT. I actually went to the state websites and the boards and everything. From everything that I've read, it does seem that it's within the town's jurisdiction to set a restriction on the proximity of where violent sexual predators can live close to a school. So it would be within the jurisdiction of the town of Parker, and that's what I'm asking you to consider at a future meeting. Agendize the item so it can be discussed and that can be considered for our town. To be classified as a violent sexual predator is a significant classification. It is not a small thing. And this particular person offended multiple times, and according to the state of Colorado's own information on their website, these folks are significantly likely to reoffend. So this person has already harmed this community in Parker multiple times by offending against children, and I do believe it's something that we should strongly consider. And I wanted to thank you all for your time, because I do believe it's within our power to do something about this, and I just wanted to share that. There's a lot of other moms. We're all doing, bedtimes and everything tonight, so everybody couldn't be here, but there's a bunch of other folks who have similar thoughts. I know you can't comment now, but I just really hope that the council will consider taking action on this in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Blair. Appreciate your time. Is there any other public comment in front of the council this evening? Seeing none, we'll close public comment at 7:04 p.m. Thank you, Ms. Blair. Believe me, public comment, we may not be able to back and forth, but it is heard. So I appreciate you addressing your government, and thank you. Next in front of us, we have the consent agenda. Consent agenda items are considered to be routine and will be enacted by one motion and one vote. There will be no separate discussion for consent agenda items unless council votes to remove an item for individual discussion. Ordinance on the consent agenda are for introduction only and will not be removed. Council, I would entertain a motion to approve consent agenda items 4A through 4G, please.
I move to approve the consent agenda as written.
I'll second.
I have a motion from Mr. Hendricks. I have a second from Ms. Barrington. Council, all in favor, say aye.
Yes.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much. Moving on, our one order of public business. In front of us is ordinance number 9.383 on second reading. A bill for an ordinance to approve a memorandum of understanding regarding the Douglas County Household Hazardous Waste Collection Program, local partner cooperation between the Town of Parker and the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Douglas, State of Colorado. Alex, take us away, please.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and Council. Thank you for your time tonight. As stated, ordinance number 9.383 proposes to enter into a memorandum of understanding, or MOU, with Douglas County regarding their household hazardous waste program. So when we refer to household hazardous waste, or HHW, we're really talking about commonly used household products that can be hazardous to dispose of in typical trash collection. So items like paint, oil, some yard and garden care products, fluorescent light bulbs, some cleaning products, anything like that that can be hazardous and impact health or the environment if they're not properly disposed of. As a town, we typically see these most often as illicit discharges, whether it's a contractor, a business, even a homeowner. They may not understand what they have is hazardous, and it ends up down in the street, in a storm drain, in the downstream drainage ways. That's one form of, one downfall to HHW, but it can also be hazardous to human health. For trash collectors, anyone that comes in contact with this HHW can suffer health impacts. So historically, the town has participated in HHW collection events. For many years, these were organized by the Tri-County Health Department. They took the form of collection events where there was basically a gathering at a central location. Folks could bring their HHW there where it could be collected and disposed of. So when Tri-County was dissolved back in 2022, there was kind of a void. Douglas County stepped up and they created a pilot program to serve the county with their HHW disposal needs. They took a little bit different approach. They don't have a central collection event. They actually contract with Waste Management to provide home pickups. So county residents can schedule a home pickup for a small fee where Waste Management will come to your house and pick up your HHW and dispose of it. They've been doing this for 2 years now. They've collected about 130,000 pounds of HHW from county residents. And so now with the program kind of established and up and running, they're reaching back out to their local agency partners like the Town of Parker in hopes of soliciting donations to help manage the program. County staff provided this heat map of the collections in the Town of Parker over the last 2 years. You can kind of see where pickups have been occurring. They said they've had 219 pickups over the first 2 years, so there has been some activity in Parker. It has been pretty widely used among the town, as you can see from this map. So historically, the town has contributed to HHW collection programs. We've even helped staff them at times. To that effect, we did appropriate $10,000 in this budget for for proposed contribution at your discretion here. That is consistent with past donations the town has made over the years. With that, Douglas County has requested that we codify this contribution in a memorandum of understanding, or MOU, which is before you tonight. It's a pretty simple agreement. Basically, it states that the county will administer the collection program, and in turn, the town will contribute the $10,000 for 2025. It does go on to state that the town intends to provide similar funding for future years. It does not obligate us to that, but it does state that we intend to continue being a part of the program in the coming years. Either party has a right to terminate the agreement unilaterally for any reason in the future. So staff has reviewed this with the Town Attorney's Office. We do recommend approval of ordinance 9.383, which is the MOU with Douglas County. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Alex. Mr. Hendricks, any questions, sir?
No questions, thanks.
Barrington.
No, I'll save it for comments, thanks.
Questions, Mr. Dyack?
I have no questions.
Mr. Franzen, questions, sir?
So my only question, thank you for the presentation. Is there cost escalation written into this contract? I understand it doesn't obligate us, but
Nope.
it could potentially stay at $10,000 in perpetuity unless either side cancels.
Correct. It would be at your discretion going forward.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Franzen. Next up, we'll invite the public to ask any questions. Is there any member of the public that would like to address this ordinance? Seeing no movement, we will close public comment at 7:10. Bring it back for comments. Mr. Hendricks, same order.
I think it's a great partnership and the benefit to the public of Parker, so I'm in favor.
Ms. Barrington.
Yeah, I think it's a small price to pay for something that could really be so damaging to our environment. And when people don't know what to do with something, they just dump it down the sink, down the drain, down the toilet. So I'm definitely in favor. Thank you.
Mr. Dyack, sir.
Nope, no comments. Supportive, though. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Franzen.
I'm also supportive. I think it's important to note that this is a free service to residents. And I think it's providing the right kind of service to help protect our town, our environment. And again, I'm in support.
Excellent. With that, I would entertain a motion.
I move to approve ordinance number 9.383 on second reading.
I'll second.
I have a motion from Mr. Hendricks and a second from Ms. Barrington. Hendricks?
Yes.
Barrington?
Yes.
Dyak?
Yes.
Franzen?
Yes.
With no other business in front of this council, we are adjourned at 7:11. I think I just set a record.
I think.